Today's video is the Ursa Major video. A little bit of background on Ursa Major itself. It is the first Lolita convention put on by Bay Area K, which is an organization in the Bay Area that puts on Japanese street fashion events, as the name suggests, in the Bay Area. Bay Area K themselves have organized a lot of online things, and they also share a lot of information relating to J fashions, and they also host social mixers within the Bay Area. So when this event was announced, I was super excited because I have been admiring Bay Area K for a very long time now. I love the enthusiasm that the staff have towards creating spaces for Lolitas to congregate and dive even deeper into Japanese street fashion. As a side note, all the things that I will be talking about will be time-stamped, so please be sure to check out the description box in case there are parts where you do want to skip. So this event was held from December 8th to the 10th at the Hotel Kabuki in San Francisco, right in the heart of Japantown. And since I am from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, it was a bit of a journey, and I only went with just a backpack. So please enjoy these following clips of me chaotically packing. Chaotic packing ensues. Hello, it's Past Man! I'm leaving in a couple days, and that means it is time to film myself packing. So before I started thinking about what coordinates I'm gonna wear and what sort of souvenirs I'm gonna get and even what I'm going to do in San Francisco, I needed to determine what sort of luggage that I am willing to carry for this trip. For me, mobility and ease of mind is most important to me, which is why I'm only packing a backpack. Hang on, I know what you're thinking. Girl, you crazy. I know I'm crazy, and Lolita does take up a lot of space. However, for this trip, I am not here to win any sort of coordinate contest or make myself suffer even more wearing uncomfortable clothes. I am basically going to San Francisco to just shop and be a tourist. And I really didn't want to be weighed down by a rolling suitcase because when I touch ground in San Francisco, I'm going to be taking off running. So I believe the backpack that I got is actually from Amazon. What really drew me to this backpack in particular was that there were 3 pockets in the front, though the selling feature for me was actually in the back. There's actually a hidden pocket, and it's considered an anti-theft pocket because it's literally up against your back. So having that little pocket in the back really just puts my anxiety at ease. So inside the bag itself, there is a little pouch in the back to hold your laptop. The inside is lined with a waterproof type of material, so I won't be too worried if any water sort of spills in the bag itself. So with the bag out of the way, let's talk about the items that I'm actually going to be bringing. On Instagram, I've seen people share what they're actually going to be wearing to Ursa Major, the main pieces at least, and they all had different coordinates and pieces for each day and each sort of event, so that ranges from 3 to 4 coordinates. However, I am only bringing 2 dresses this time around, and I'm going to be wearing one of them on the airplane because the backpack does not fit a lot. So the JSK that I'm wearing on the airplane is the Alice and the Pirates vintage label JSK. And then the event sort of JSK that I'm going to be wearing is Baby the Starshine Brights Traumare. So what will make my coordinates different is all the accessories that I picked. I will have options between head bows, berets, and a bonnet. And then I am bringing 2 blouses. One is a little bit more fancier and then the other one's a little bit more plain. That way I can mix and match if I wanted to. Another thing that I'm also making sure that I have space for is my pajamas and a stuffed teddy bear. I'm taking the San Francisco 12th anniversary Sleepy Time Kumya with me just because it's from San Francisco. But also I really need a stuffed animal to hug at night because that's what I'm used to. And the same goes with pajamas. And the only other thing I need is toiletries, and I really reduced that down to just what is necessary for myself, as well as my filming equipment. So I'm bringing 2 different tripods, one that's a little bit bigger so then I can take coordinate shots and set things up for a nice static shot, and the other is just a smaller tripod which is a little bit more discreet and therefore a little bit better matched for filming in small areas. So for the packing portion, I am using packing cubes to make it a little bit easier to organize and keep everything all together. And with that, that is a bag packed for a Lolita event. Let's go to San Francisco! Yay! Alright, back to present me. So San Francisco is actually the American home base for both Angelic Pretty and Baby the Starshine Bright, so you know I had to go check out these shops. As soon as I landed in San Francisco, I went straight to Angelic Pretty. Got a little lost along the way, but we made it. and the storefront is actually shared with Harajuku Hearts, who carries a lot of other J fashion brands. So you're not just shopping for Angelic Pretty, you do have options when you're in the store. It was really fun to look through all the in-person Angelic Pretty items. They had a lot more stock than I thought, and I picked up a few things, which is great. It's very nice to always visit brand stores in person. So since Ursa Major was happening, Baby the Starshine Bright San Francisco actually implemented a appointment only reservations shopping time, so you can only get into the store by reserving online. And I actually booked the appointment the next day at 3 p.m. and Baby the Starshine Bright is located in its own little building on the second floor. Of course, no filming is allowed, so I took some shots of me struggling up the stairs. But it was really nice and fun to shop in person at Baby the Starshine Bright. I really love touching and seeing all of the pieces in person. There are just some details that an online photo really cannot capture. So if you're ever in San Francisco, I definitely recommend checking out these stores in person. Alright, so let's talk about the event itself. On Friday, I actually just picked up my badge. I did a ton of things before I got to the event. So I wasn't able to attend the social mixer or the karaoke, which I heard was so much fun. That I slightly regret it, but I know that I wouldn't have had the energy at the time to socialize and meet new people. So I just picked up my badge and went home. And then the next day on Saturday, almost the whole morning was spent at Ursa Major. I had purchased a VIP add-on for the pass because I really wanted first-person access to the markets themselves. So I got there around 10:30 and lined up and waited to enter the markets. I actually decided to enter the vendors portion first before the Gothic Lolita market, just because of Moss Badger. Moss Badger actually teased a Cat Gobelin dress. The new friend that I made in line, we were gonna fight over this dress because we both love cats, we loved Gobelin, and I'm so glad that Moss Badger had 2 JSKs because otherwise it would have been a fight. But other than a potential cat fight, the vendor space was absolutely huge. There were so many vendors and I got to see some of my favorites in person, like Egata Designs and Kitty Kaya and Hanuli, just to name a few. There were a lot of items there and it was so much fun looking through all the little pieces, and you can really see each brand's specific style that they catered to. It was such a nice mix of vendors, and I'm very glad that I spent my whole VIP hour just walking through and looking at all of the lovely Lolita items that these brands have brought. So after spending the hour with the vendors, I went down the stairs to the Gothic Lolita market. Now, because I spent my VIP hour with the vendors upstairs and I had to wait 20 minutes to get into the Gothic Lolita market, a lot of things unfortunately were sold out, but I was able to film a little bit of the wares that they had available. There were a lot of cute things, and I think it's really interesting to see Japanese Lolita's taste. A lot of items were more Gothic forward than they were sweet Lolita or even classic. There was a lot of jewelry and a few pieces hanging on a clothing rack. Because I was so late, I wasn't able to see what the market truly had to offer in terms of variety and selection. I know the designers of Morpho was there, and it was really fun to interact with the Gothic Lolita market Japanese Lolitas that came run the event. So despite not having a full selection of items to look at, it was still a really good, lovely first Gothic Lolita market that I've attended. So after Gothic Luna Market, I decided to check out the doll museum. I was really interested in seeing some kumyas, but seeing the ball jointed dolls there made me fall in love with all their extra details, and hearing about the trials and tribulations of getting clothes for them or parts was really fascinating to me. I may not be a BJD collector, but I learned a lot from that, and I really appreciated them having a little space to talk about these amazing dolls. So I headed over to Japantown Malls for a quick snack. Checked out the Kinokuniya, and I was going to save the mini art mart to check out the next day with my roommate Jess, and then it was my Baby the Starshine Bright appointment at 3. So I went to that, picked up a lot of things from Baby the Starshine Bright. I went to get some food. Ate it at the B&B. And then in the evening, I actually changed my coordinate to something a little bit more casual, and then went back to Hotel Kabuki. The ball didn't begin until 8 p.m., so I had some time to kill before the ball. So I headed over to the Games Lounge, where there was a lovely selection of books to read, as well as a ton of board games to choose from to play if you're interested. It was a really nice time for me. I spent an hour and a bit just coloring and reading from the little library. It was a nice little break from socializing and being really excited talking to other Lolitas. And then at 8 o'clock, the ball officially started. And for the ball, the staff was checking both your pass as well as your COVID vaccination card. Make sure that you've had at least 2 shots, because there were sections in which you were unmasked and it may or may not have been saved. So I really appreciated that. For the ball itself, I didn't stay very long, but they had snacks. It was really nice. I really wasn't expecting snacks. They had a nice selection of fruit and baked goods. And what was interesting was that they had little dance cards as well as a whole menu of what the evening's going to look like. So each dance was listed on there and what time it was set for. And I thought that was such a fun way of structuring a ball, specifically if you haven't been to one before. Sadly, I didn't stay long enough to see the coordinate contest, but I saw photos of the winners afterwards and they looked amazing. I think at these events, I really see how truly introverted I am. And I feel really bad that I wasn't able to film a lot of these things just because of my introvertedness, but it is what it is. After the ball, went home. And now it's the next day. So due to the ball, the Sunday's activities didn't really start until around 11 a.m., which is great because after a late night, you do need a lot of beauty sleep. So I spent my morning looking around San Francisco a little bit more. And then I came back to the venue for the swap meet, which began at noon, but I actually wanted to check out the Kumiya panel before I went into the swap meet. And the Kumiya panel was really nice. I really love hearing other people discuss their passions of Kumiyas, and that made me want to talk more about my Kumiyas in the future videos. So after the panel, I checked out the swap meet itself. So the swap meet took part in the ballroom, and it is this huge space with so many tables and so many Lolitas selling so much. It was kind of amazing. Swap meets in Canada could never be on that scale. Everybody who was selling there was really nice, and they accepted a lot of Venmo, PayPal, cash, which is great. And a lot of them also allowed you to barter, which makes it even better. I found a couple gems, which I was super excited for. So if you're looking for cheaper J fashion, definitely attend your local swap meet, but specifically the Bay Area K one was one of the best that I've been to. And then after that, there wasn't really anything that I was truly interested in, so I went with my roomie Jess to the Japantown malls to check out the mini art mart. I didn't take a lot of footage here, but there was a lot of cute artists, and we had a really fun time just looking through all the art, and we got some matching things, which was super lovely. And then we went back to the hotel to listen to the designer roundtable talk, as well as the closing ceremonies. I gotta say, it was really fun and interesting listening to the designers talking about their year, how it went, what their future plans are, and what they predict the future is gonna look like. It was super fun and interesting. And then the closing ceremonies were short but super cute. And with that, the convention has come to an official end. What I loved most about this convention was that I got a super cute souvenir by the end of it. The convention was doing badge ribbons thanks to Jenna, Lovely Lace and Lies, and I got these really cute ones. This was such a cute idea, and it's such a fun little souvenir to have by the end of the day. And I hope in the future I will be able to attend this convention again. It was such a fun time. I met so many Lolitas, and a lot of people said that they watch my content on YouTube, and sometimes as a Lolita in my city, I feel very small and not very seen. So going to this event and being seen and perceived was such a warm, happy feeling to me. Like, I'm with my peoples. They understand the obsession. They relate to me and they watch my content. It's such a surreal moment to see people in person who actually watches my silly little videos on YouTube. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you saying hi and warmly welcoming me to the San Francisco area. It's this sort of community, love, and connection that brings me to attend these events. So 11 out of 10 props to the staff and team for putting on this convention. I had such a great time and I can't wait to come back for future events. Enough gushing about the event itself. Let's move on to what you're actually interested in, which is the haul portion of this video. So I'm going to break this into sections as best as I can. I'm going to leave the biggest for last, which is Baby the Star Shine Bright. So we'll start off with Gothic Lolita Market. Since I was late and I wasn't able to pick up a lot, I did pick up some things. The market itself was priced in US dollars and it went to the black ribbon, I believe, but they did take card, which was great. So the first thing that caught my eye was this blue strawberry from Pink Marble. This was $30 and I haven't seen a blue strawberry before, and I really loved all the beads that they used on top of the necklace itself. So I thought it was a really unique piece to pick up. I picked up a bouquet ring. This was $29. It's silver and it's super cute. I really love the little flowers designs on the side. The ring is also adjustable, which is very nice. And another ring from a more classic brand. This is just a bust of a lady in gold. This ring is also adjustable as well. And then from Ice Gray, they had these super cute rings and I had to pick up one with a cat and one with a ghost. These rings are also adjustable and I thought the frames were super ornate and beautiful, so I had to pick them up. And then the biggest thing that I actually purchased from this market was Moonrise Theater's Love Nightcap in the black and black. I keep looking at these little bonnets online. They're so big and floppy, and I really love the heart design motif just on the back. It looks super cute, and I can't wait to pair this with my old school items. While I was in line, I actually ran into Chibi Clippies. She wasn't a vendor at this market, but she gave me a super cute navy glitter beret, and it's so cute. Alright, so from the upstairs market, I picked up 3 pins from the black ribbon. One is the Ursa Major 2023 with Bernadette the mascot, and then 2 of the Bay Area K pins. One is the regular one, and the other one is the holiday themed one. I picked up a sticker from 100% Kawaii Status. She also gave me a little badge ribbon, and her art is just so cute. It'll be hard for me to decide where to put the sticker. From Lavendorium, I picked up Usakumya and Kumakumya with a knife. Little keychains. I love the threat of violence for this, and these little keychains just make my heart sing. From Kitty Kaya, who remembered me from back in 2018 from Japan. Oh my goodness. I picked up the I Am the Occasion little heart keychain, as well as a navy blue heart ring. Super gorgeous and really went well with my coordinate. I believe this is from Molly Moonflower, and it's a super cute crocheted headpiece with little hearts on the end. It also does come with little alligator clips so that you can really clip it in your hair, and I'm really excited to wear this for Valentine's Day coordinates. It looks so perfect for it. From Enchanted Dream Couture, I picked up 2 socks. One is black and white with card motifs, as well as ivory and brown rose vine detail. They have such great sock options, and I really recommend checking out their shop for some great design socks. From Fancy Love Club, I picked up their spectacular balloon brooch. It's something super unique, and I really haven't seen this before, so I picked up one with a little blue ribbon. It's super fun and makes me want to get a little balloon design print in the future. And the other thing I picked up was a little can badge. It's blue. I had to get it. And then the last and first thing I actually purchased from the market was from Moss Badger. I actually haven't purchased from Moss Badger before, surprisingly enough, but all my friends have. So they told me I needed to go and get Moss Badger items this time around, and I did. So I got a cute little cat frame brooch in a square. I also picked up a brown rosette with, once again, another cat in a teacup. And then I also picked up a square frame cat ring as well. Can you tell I love cats? And then my big purchase is the Cat Goblin JSK. As I mentioned before, I had to fight somebody else for it, but thankfully Moss Badger had two. I got the size 12. It is thick. It feels so nice and heavy. There is half showing in the back. Plus, it's got pockets. It's so cute, and I really can't wait to wear it. This was the best purchase for me from this event. From the swap meet itself, it was really hard trying to decide what I wanted, but because at that time I was limited in what I could truly bring back, I only picked up a few items. And the first is the Alice and the Pirates Deadwing corset. I got it for 100 USD, and this is a piece that I actually complained about in a previous video. It's too small, but I couldn't pass up the price, and I figured if I brought it to one of my friends, they could actually make it a lot bigger. It's super cute. I really love the little bat wing details. The buttons are also really gorgeous on here. So yeah, this was a steal for me. And the other item that was a steal was this Alice and the Pirates Tricky Nightmare Factory JSK. This is the high-waisted cut, and I got it in the black colorway. I only got this for $130 USD, which is very exciting. I keep eyeing this dress when it pops up online, but what really convinced me to get this print was the fact that there is actually candy canes on it, so this print will work for both Halloween and Christmas. I really love this print. The little factory is so cute, and I gotta say the little marshmallow meringue ghost is my favorite. So before I go into the Lolita brands, I wanted to talk about the few things I purchased up from the Mini Art Mart. First up, I was really excited to see Cloverleaf Pie. I've been following their account for the past little while, and I was super excited to be able to pick up their bunny bucket hat. It's so cute, and it's got a little bunny tail on the back. Jess and I both got this hat, so now we are matching. So now we're gonna match this in a future coordinate when we meet up again, and I think it definitely worked with Lolita. So I just said that was selling little bunny friends, and there was this cute little bunny. It's so cute. I love the cute little party hat that's just up on top and the blushing cheeks. It's so cute. And from the same place, I picked up two of the brooches. One is a bunny and the other one is a bear. These will be so cute and add a little bit of texture to coordinates. And then the last two things from here I just picked up were two little bunny friends. I just love minis. They're so cute, and I just couldn't leave them behind. So from Angelic Pretty, I picked up the Cinema Doll ring. It's just a basic gold ring with pearls, but it'll go well with a lot of coordinates. And my big impulse purchase was this. This is Angelic Pretty's Toy Bunny plush pouch, and I think this might be the start of the Angelic Pretty plush collection. This was such a dangerous purchase, but I couldn't leave it behind. It was looking a little sad on the shelf, and what really drew me to the plush wasn't because it was blue. No, on the back here, you actually pull the tail to unzip the pouch so that you can have access to the little body cavity. You really can't fit much in this little pouch, but man, is that cute or what? And then the last place is Baby the Starshine Bright. I spent so much, they gave me a paper bag. So I'm gonna start off with the small things I got from Baby the Starshine Bright. First up is this rose ring. I have been eyeing more jewelry from Baby the Starshine Bright, so having this rose ring that goes along with a lot of my coordinates will be lovely. Next up were these OTKs. This is the blue colorway of the ribbon socks. I have it in the brown, but I keep missing the blue one being restocked online all the time, so I got it in person this time, and now I finally have this pair of socks that I've been eyeing for the past 2 years and I keep missing. I was really surprised to see the Usakumiya clothes, but they had the Hawase doll clothes for Usakumiya here, and while I love the Hawase series, I would never be able to fit in it, so I got the clothes for my Usakumiya so they can wear it, and I can feel like I'm living vicariously through my Usakumiyas, you know? Of course, I got it in blue. It comes with the top as well as the little bloomers. It's so cute and adorable. Excited to have more clothes for my Usakumiyas. This next item I have been eyeing for the past little while, and this is the Spin Dolls half bonnet in Sax Blue. I have been wanting a Sax Blue bonnet for the past little while, and I finally have one. So the Spin Doll bonnet is a half bonnet, so there isn't a backing for it, which is great. Specifically if you are wearing bonnets in the summer, it can get really hot underneath the bonnet, but there is wiring on the brim, so you can really adjust it to however you like. And yeah, I'm super glad to have purchased this bonnet since I've been looking for one for quite some time now. This is Berry Berry Strawberry Parfait with Kumya Ice Cream series. What a mouthful, but it is the Strawberry Summer series from Baby the Stars Shine Bright, and it features super cute parfaits with a little kumya in it, and they only have the Sax left, which is my preferred colorway, so I think it was a sign that it was meant to be mine. The print is a lot more detailed than what I expected. There's so many little details in the background that I'm now noticing, from the gingham ribbons to the little heart doilies in the background, the whipped cream, as well as blue hearts throughout it. I also thought I would have hated the rickrack trim on here, but it goes really well with this series. I love on the bodice, it has two different kinds of strawberry lace, which is so lovely. So I'm very excited to wear this piece, and I look forward to wearing this lots in the summer months. So before I end this video here, I wanted to talk about my budget throughout this trip, as trips can be quite expensive. Please note that your mileage may vary. As you saw, I purchased a lot of Lolita items, which tend to be quite expensive, but you can definitely travel for less, specifically if you have a smaller budget. I'm going to be mentioning everything in Canadian dollars and mentioning US dollars every now and again. So I wanted to put this out there as a general guideline, specifically if you are trying to save a trip to do Lolita specific things in San Francisco. So for myself, my flight was $333.44 Canadian dollars. This was on sale. I purchased this about 3 months before the trip, and this was actually the cheapest price that I found. The Airbnb itself was booked 4 months in advance, and because I had a roommate, it ended up being $474.98 Canadian dollars per person for 3 nights. The event itself did have a hotel block, but due to the Canadian conversion, it ended up being $300 to $400 more expensive than if we went with Airbnb, so that was our choice. The event tickets themselves were $109.20 Canadian. It was $55 ticket plus $15 VIP, and then the service fees, which ended up being around $78.39 US dollars, which is quite reasonable for a convention. And then when I got to San Francisco, I loaded the Clipper card, which I found through the Apple Wallet, so I didn't need to sign in with the app or anything. And I expected to spend around $40 for transportation because I was going around places, and the conversion rate for that was around $56.33 Canadian dollars. And it took it directly from my credit card because I had Apple Pay set up. For food itself, I used a combination of both cash and card. I only ate about twice a day, and we ate at a very expensive dinner place on the last day. So I spent $227.68 Canadian or $176.08 US dollars. Forgot to mention I did rent a bike, and that was $29.61 Canadian or $21.20 US dollar. And then my biggest expense was the Lolita shopping. Overall, with the conversion rates as well as a credit card convenience fee, it ended up being $2,276.11 Canadian. That's approximately $1,700 US dollars. And then an expense I will be paying later is my phone bill. It is $13 a day for me here in Canada for roaming charges, and I didn't have to get a new SIM card or anything, which was great. And I feel like the $13 is quite reasonable for roaming charges, specifically in the States itself. So I'm going to leave the grand total here because I'm a little scared to talk about the number and to completely finalize it. But this is how much I spent on my trip, and I hope that you use it as a general guideline if you are planning a similar sort of trip. As you can tell from the clips, I actually did not film my coordinates while I was there just because I was having too much fun. So I ended up filming my coordinates at home, and as you saw in the packing video, I literally only packed 2 main pieces. And I know a few people were wondering if I ever got bored of those 2 pieces, and I gotta say, I did not. I was able to mix and match all the base layers, and I didn't really feel underdressed while I was there. So I gotta say, packing minimally really cut down on the decision fatigue that I would have had if I didn't figure out what I was going to wear, because I literally only had 2 options, and I really recommend it. I really wasn't there to win a fashion show. I was just there to have some fun and have a good time, and I totally did with just 2 main pieces. So I think packing minimally might be my new thing. So my final thoughts on the event is thank you so much to the staff for making this event possible and hosting this event and making this event so much fun to attend. I know I will be definitely hoping to come back in the future. This was such a well-run convention and everybody was just so kind and so nice. And I really can't stop saying such great things about this event and what a fun time I had. It was definitely worth all the anxiety of traveling to attend this event. So that is going to be it for my video. Let me know if you attended Ursa Major and if you plan on attending future Bay Area K events. I'd love to hear all about it in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!